It goes live. Hello, 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 everybody. Kim Antonucci with Movement Mortgage. You are listening to Kimmy Talks. Woo, woo. And I have a special guest today. We have Bonnie Pagano from Empire Realty Group on to chat with us today. And yeah, she's pretty much one of the best humans on the planet. I love her. So, Bonnie, why don't you give the listeners a little bit of background on your personal life and work life?
All right. Well, I'm married to Rich Pagano, and I have a son named Zach. He's 25, and he lives out of state. So, very sad, but he's graduating from the fire academy in Charlotte soon. So I'll be going to visit him then, and that's exciting.
Mhm.
Um, I have been a real estate agent since 2013, and the whole time I've been with Empire Realty Group. Before that, I was the director of finance at another firm, another real estate firm. So I have a wide variety of a background.
Awesome. I love it. Some stuff I didn't even know. And, we talk quite a bit.
Yeah,
um, so that is pretty cool. I'm actually met Bonnie um when I first started my partnership with Empire Realty Group. I think now it's been at least 3 years, maybe more. Pretty wild.
yeah,
Um, and Bonnie's also in my networking group. We have a BNI networking group that we're in, and it's always really cool to hear Bonnie's presentations because she is so knowledgeable. So Bonnie, when did you actually get started? Like I know you said you've always been with Empire Realty Group, but were you always an agent with them or did you start off as something else first?
Well, I was working as a non-agent with another broker, and when I was leaving there, it was just around the same time that Empire was established, and so they asked me because I was doing accounting for the other firm, and they asked me if I could help them with the accounting, and they didn't even realize that I was planning on becoming an agent as well. So I just, did that all on my own, and then they got word that I was going to be an agent, and of course the broker was like, "Where are you going to go? Are you going to come with us?" So I've been there ever since, and so between the broker, his wife, and myself, we pretty much, run the show.
So that's wild. Sounds like you wear many hats at Empire Realty Group, not just real estate agent.
I I do.
Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about real estate since it's Wednesday and that's what we do on Wednesdays. So, how has this current market, the last 2 years of fun, affected the way that you do your business?
Well, been a challenging couple of years, but I'm one for a challenge. I like the challenge, and it's actually been two of my best years ever. So, it's changed the way I've done business by I'm doing more advertising online because that's really where everyone is. Everyone's online these days looking for houses. So that's really helped. I really do a lot of educating for my clients. They need to be educated. They need to know what they need to know. If they don't know what they don't know, then I need to tell them, and they need to be prepared. So I've really taken a different approach with the clients, with the buyers and with the sellers. They also, it's not a sure thing. Everyone thinks, oh, everybody's buying houses that can just, I don't even have to clean it. No, you really do. You have to prepare. And when you do, then you'll get the success everyone else is getting. If you don't, you're going to sell it, but you might not get what you're expecting, right?
Yes, exactly. And honestly, that is one of my favorite things about working with you, Bonnie, is not only that you're a fan of educating your clients, but you yourself are constantly educating yourself all the time. I mean, I honestly have never had funds for closing issues with my clients that you have, because they know going into it. And just simply, like, I want to say it was like maybe a year ago, you asked me, like, hey, does my number match up with yours? And I was amazed. It was different by like $300 or something. It was insane. And I was just like, wow, this real estate agent has the same numbers as the loan officer. Like, never. That never happens. So really cool. That's one of my favorite things for sure about doing business with you. So do you prefer working with buyers or sellers, or not really a preference, and why?
Well, I like a variety. Sellers are great because it's a seller's market. So you're going to sell the house. So it's kind of a sure thing, right? So I do like working with sellers. I like helping them getting their houses ready and just getting, the excitement of all the offers and, having them be happy with what their outcome is going to be. I do like working with buyers too, because, a lot of times it's the most expensive purchase that someone's going to make in their life, and unless they buy another house. So, like I said, I educate the people, and I get to know them. I become friends with them. They trust me. They have questions that should be directed to their attorney or their lender or elsewhere, and they're always coming to me first. And
Good, that shows trust.
yeah, so that shows trust. But I don't overstep. I try to direct them. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a lender. So I like to pick partners that work well with me, that know how I work and I know how they work. And so I know that the outcome is going to be successful. And my tag
Awesome.
is your success is my success. So it kind of fits in with my whole tagline.
Yes, I love it. And partnerships are so important in this industry. I found out that, it's one thing to say, oh, I partner with Bonnie Pagano, but it's another thing to say that, like, we do regular business together. We know each other. We work with each other on a daily basis. And, we're a team. We honestly, I mean, there's times when I have a client and I'm having a hard time getting something, and our relationship is so amazing that I could literally just text you and say, "Hey, Bonnie, like, not getting that pay stub." And you're just like on it, and then we have a pay stub. So, pretty cool stuff. I love it. Yeah, not your pay stub, but
Right.
so it's good stuff for sure. Would you say that buyers are more challenging or sellers are more challenging, or would you just say that the challenges are different for each?
There's definitely challenges for each, and it depends on the market you're in. So right now, it's a challenge to work with buyers because they can write offers time and time again, and they're just not.
There you are. Oh, I lost you. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the volume back. Yep. Okay. Are you there?
I'm here. Yeah,
All right.
sorry, I'm on my phone and it was ringing. It was actually I was waiting to see if my client gets his house or not. So, anyways, what I was saying was, what was the question you were talking about? Challenges.
The challenges. Yeah. That how they're just different.
Yeah, they're different. They're different. A challenge with a seller might be to get them to understand that their house is their house and they like certain things, how they like certain things, but that might not be like how somebody else likes it. And
Mhm.
so you kind of have to neutralize everything and make it so that it's more applicable for everybody,
Yeah.
majority of people. So that's a challenge with sellers, and getting their houses ready, get timing wise, like, come on, how long is it going to take? You're going to miss the market.
You're gonna
And
miss the
yeah,
market.
with buyers, the challenge might be just what they don't have enough money down. But what I try to I strategize with them and I work with what they have. If they don't have any more money, then we try to see if we can get gift money. We try to see if they have something in their 401k, or where we try to come up with creative ideas. If possible, we'll try to get them pre go through the underwriting process so that their offer is they already have mortgage commitment when they
Yeah.
get to so that when they're presented with 10 offers, presented with multiple offers, maybe your offer is the best one because you've already got mortgage commitment and it's just subject to the appraisal. So that's,
Awesome.
yeah, sometimes what I like to do.
So, just a fun little question for all of our viewers. What would you say is the highest number of offers you've received in this market on one of your listings? And what would you say is the highest number of offers in this market that you've had to put in for one of your buyers?
So I'd say, up in the 20s for offers coming in to a listing. So, 75 showings and 25 offers.
Wow.
And for a buyer, I have this one particular buyer in mind, and I think on the 19th offer, we finally got it.
Wow. That's just so for everyone that's listening and watching, that is mind blowing. That's insane. That's the type of market we're in. So when your agent tells you to be prepared,
Yeah.
listen, be
Well,
prepared.
with that client, so he was doing a certain money down, like 7% or something, or no, he was doing 5%, and he was missing out, and then finally he was able to do 7% down because that's all he could do. And for some reason, we just found the right house at the right time, and the other offer was VA, unfortunately, for the VA people. And that's how we got it. But it's pretty much timing. Timing is
Yeah,
everything.
it is. It is crazy. Um, so what is something that you would tell people that are wanting to pursue real estate as a career? Like somebody who's not in real estate currently and they're just starting to think about it.
Okay, if they think about it, I mean, it's a great career to have, but it's a hard one in this particular market to get into because it's kind of saturated with real estate agents, and you really need to have another source of income. You just don't quit your job and just sit there with nothing, because you need to have another. Like, I have my husband, he's got benefits, he's got an income. When I first started, because you're gonna write your first offer, and then maybe 60 to 70 days later you'll get your paycheck. and,
Yeah, right.
and it's for one house. And so until you start rolling in with lots of offers and overlapping commissions, it's really tough. And you got to be really good with saving money, because you have to save for taxes. A lot of people don't realize that you're paid 1099, so you get all the money. And if you blow all the money, then there's nothing to pay Uncle Sam.
Aha, got
Then you
it.
get in trouble.
Noted. I hope everyone else has noted that.
Right.
So what are some tips and tricks? Say that 10 times fast, there you. You tell your clients during the home buying process, like some things that you know you say to your buyers that maybe other real estate agents don't, or set you a little bit apart. How do you educate these buyers through the process?
Well, I go ahead and tell them what it's going to take to get their offer accepted. You know, I tell them that, while I would love for them to have an inspection, and if there's any opportunity to have one, I definitely want them to have one. Um, but if they write an inspection on their offer, chances are they're going to get it denied. because if there's multiple offers, then there's going to be somebody else that has waived that inspection.
Mm-hmm.
But I say, you know what? Here's an inspector. Once you move in the house, I suggest you have the inspector come out and go through the house. It's like, if you got a new puppy, you take it. Well, the first thing you do is take it to the vet.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
exactly.
so take your house to the vet, make sure everything's good. Make sure
Yeah.
what you're doing, because especially if you're a first time home buyer, what do you mean I got to change the furnace filter? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
change the furnace filter. Yeah, there's a lot of things, and I try to keep clients updated as after I work with them too. I'll send them postcards or I'll send them emails that talk about, what you should do in the spring or the fall in terms of a cleanup. Get your furnace cleaned and checked, get your air conditioning cleaned and checked, get your gutters cleaned, that kind of stuff. Because
Oh, I
that's
love it.
all that little stuff really can cause havoc.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I loved it. Actually, when we bought our house that we're in now, the sellers were awesome. They left us like pages and pages of contact information for all the people they use for lawn care, pool.
Oh, nice.
They had just had the kitchen remodeled, so contact information for anything in the kitchen, where they got their appliances, like literally everything, pages of stuff. And so even now, I bought the house in October. We just opened the pool, and I'm still texting the sellers like, yo.
What do I
um,
do? Yeah.
yeah. So that's really cool that you stay in touch and continue to advise them, because it also shows that you care and you're adding value. You weren't there just to collect the paycheck at the end of the day. You actually cared about those people and want to continue to help them through their process. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that is all of my questions for you today, Miss Bonnie. Thank you so much for coming on this podcast. It was awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So as a reminder to everybody, you can get the audio only on Spotify, Spreaker, and Apple Podcasts. Also, of course, it's always broadcasted live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So if you ever miss an episode, you could always go back and see it. And then I also have a new TikTok username. It's the Antonucci Lending Team. Throwing that out there. Also reminding people to follow me on TikTok. Bonnie, do you have TikTok?
I do.
Oh, good girl. So follow Bonnie on TikTok as well. You need 1,000 followers to go live on TikTok. So I'm still working on it. And then don't forget to tune in on Friday for our fun episode talking about weekend activities and open houses going on this weekend. Brandy and I actually get to go to open houses this weekend. We are so excited. It's been a few weeks. And so tune in this weekend as well. We are going to have all of Bonnie's social and contact information in the description of this podcast. So please be sure to check her out.
Thank you so much.
And other than that, thank you so much, everybody, for joining in on our podcast. And we look forward to seeing you all on Friday. Bye-bye. Thanks, Bonnie.
You're welcome. Thank you.